Join me as I dive into the world of angel cards to reveal what 2025 have in store for you. It might be a little bit of a bumpy ride for people if we've looked at the world events, even just as we walk into January 2025. So let's go a little bit further into this. You are protected. So this is Archangel Michael basically saying to you, I'm here, I'm looking after you, I'm looking out for you, it's me. What a start to 2025. Archangel Michael is saying, I'm here, you're safe, you're fine, move forward, have no fear, you're protected. Always great to know, isn't it? I've got for today's reading the Sword of Light Oracle, which is Archangel Michael's angel cards done by Radleigh Valentine. I absolutely love these oracle cards. So we're going to be using Archangel Michael's angel oracle cards for our reading for 2025. So, for those of you that don't know me, and a lot of you won't because I'm very new to the channel, I'm Jane Elizabeth. I've been doing card readings since I was 13. That's when I first started going down the road of doing angel card readings. And I've also been talking to spirit since the age of 10, if not younger, and angels since 2002. That's when I had my first spiritual awakening, because I do think that you have more than one. That's the one where I really was enlightened, let us say. So there's a reason why you've been led to watch this video. As this reading will resonate with you, this reading is meant for you. Archangel Michael and the other angels and your guardian angels has actually brought you to this channel. If you're interested in watching it, this reading is for you. I've blessed the room, I've opened the room for this reading for healing, because do remember, when I'm doing this reading, this isn't just about having your fortune told. This is advice from Archangel Michael and the angels. They're telling you what you're going to be facing, and they're giving you advice, and they're offering you their protection and telling you how to call them. That do remember that you've always got free will. That you can always change your path. When I say you can always change your path, by the way, you can always change your path for now, but if that's not your life's destiny, if that's not your soul contract, you will always be brought, you can make it harder for yourself. You'll always be brought back onto your path. So basically, it might be a little bit of a bumpy ride for people if we've looked at the world events, that even just as we walk into January 2025, it looks to be, but I've known this has been coming, and I know that people that I actually believe are very good at what they do, they speak to angels, etc., and I follow them as well, they are saying the same thing as what I'm getting. There's a little bit of a reckoning going on, I would say. The way I'm terming it is the light is shining on the darkness. So you are finding that things are being exposed. You're finding that any unfairnesses that has occurred, anything that has been unjust, there's been an injustice done, is being rectified. The light is shining on the dark. What's that term about? It's coming home to roost. It is coming home to roost for some people. But you, my darlings, are all children of light, and you can make this not a bumpy ride for yourself, taking advice from the angels, practicing your law of attraction techniques, practicing your meditation. You can keep this, what I like to call, a little bit zen for you. One of my gurus, and they are an absolute guru, been following them for years, and partly because the angels told me to start, that I must pay attention to them, is Abraham Hicks. If you're not familiar with Abraham Hicks, do go and watch them because they're absolutely brilliant. And they tell you not to watch the news. Although you turn that news on, it's all doom and gloom. And in fact, I think that's what the news is all about. Don't be listening to the news. Don't unsettle your zen. Okay, you may want to touch into it now and again to live in the real world, but I prefer, and it's a much better place to live, I prefer living with the fairies, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a much happier place. And that's my advice for you in 2025, when there is things going on in the world, live with the fairies. I've got my crystal. I use this for my angel Reiki sessions because it really resonates with me. Whenever I pick this crystal up, I feel the butterflies go up through my chakras from my base chakra all the way to my crown chakra. Which indicates to me the absolute power that it has. And it's 3 for the price of 2 crystal. It's absolutely fantastic because we've got this big grey blue flint, which is blue agate. And this is very much about connecting with the angels, spirituality, but it's very grounding as well. And then we've got the amethyst. Now we all know what the amethyst is. Really good for intuition, opening the third eye. I'm working with the third eye and the crown chakra. Okay, messages from spirit and the angels. And then we've got this, the Brewster bonus, as I would call it. We've got, for those of you that are old enough to remember, Bruce Forsyth, we've got Jasper. And Jasper is, bearing in mind, these are a little bit floaty because they float off up to the universe, to they're all about floating up to the fairies. We've got Jasper, which is a very grounding crystal, grounding energy. So we've got this, we've opened the room, asking the angels for healing, asking the angels to speak through, because they do speak through me, asking them to speak through me for any messages. I don't have a lot of followers on this channel yet. That's something I'm hoping to build up for. So if you have been, like I've already said, if you have been brought to this channel and you are actually watching this reading, is actually for you. So I'm going to shuffle my cards. What I'm going to advise is basically, if you do readings yourself, you use cards yourself. But just to explain to you how I do it, you have one of the people that I like to watch is Nikki Allen, and she's really funny. She calls them flippers. They'll throw themselves out these cards at you. And that always indicates to you that these are the cards that you need to be listening to. But you've also, go with your intuition. Some would stick out. I just had one stick out, and there you go. Archangel Michael is here with you now. You called, apart from the fact I can actually hear them, they do tell me, if some drop out, but it's a big bulk, they may say to me, I'll take one from the top, take one from the bottom. I'll get those messages. But go with your guts, go with your instinct when you're shuffling this. We're doing 2025. Let's have a look as I lay the cards out, at how I'm actually laying the cards out. For anyone that you can always, if you're very familiar with readings, tarot readings or oracle card readings, you can skip past this. Just scroll, just fast forward. But for those of you that are new to readings, I'm going to show you what the spread is. The Celtic Cross spread, you have in the middle card 1. Number 1, that's the here, the now, the present moment. Crossing it, as we would say, is card 2. This is any challenges or any barriers that you've got, or potential things that you can build on to help you work towards the outcome. Card 3 is the past. It's everything that's led up to the present moment. Card 4 is the near future, the next few weeks coming up. Card 5 is what you need to focus on, what's in your subconscious. Card 6 is your goals, your aspirations are, but also what your strengths are. Card 7, advice on how to address the current challenges that you have and things surrounding the situation. Card 8 is your environment, any influences around you, the people, situations that you're in. Card 9 is hopes and fears, and card 10 is the outcome. I hope you enjoyed that exploration into the Celtic Cross reading. Now, with the Celtic Cross, do bear in mind, like I've already said to you, people all do it a little bit different. I remember doing my friend's cards recently, and where I go and put the future, she doesn't put the future, the near future card, she doesn't put it there, but that's where I put it there. Other readers, I've seen them sort theirs differently. This is the one that I've always done. So now, to give you a little bit of an update, I had a little bit of a nightmare reading yesterday, and I had technical difficulties, terrible quality, terrible sound, and a delay in the video. I stopped halfway. It's too late to carry on, so it's made me redo it today. I was going to be working on this today anyway, so no big deal. But it's strange that now these cards are shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and as you know, they're picked randomly. They'll throw themselves at me and pick very randomly. They're not picked, clumped together and things like that. And the amount of times they've been shuffled, there's no way they're clumped together. Strangely, from the reading that I did yesterday, and it just shows that this reading is for you, the same cards are coming out. And these cards aren't really relevant for me because I've kind of already, some of this that he's talking about, I've spent from 2022 doing. So this isn't about me because I've done this work. This is about you. Something happened for you in 2024. It hasn't been easiest of times, but you're not bringing it through into 2025, or you're going to sort it out in 2025 is all I'm going to say. So let's go a little bit further into this. You've got your first card. Can you see that? Let's so you can read it. You are protected. So this is Archangel Michael basically saying to you, I'm here. I'm looking after you. I'm looking out for you. It's me. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. So what a start to 2025. This card, as you know, is you. It's now. It's the present. It's where you are now. It's the here and it's the now. Archangel Michael is saying to you, I'm here. You're safe. You're fine. Move forward. Have no fear. You're protected. Always great to know, isn't it? So basically, that you're protected, be assured you're okay, is crossed by one that I think a lot of people need to learn to do. Be the real you. Not the you that the world expects you to be. Not the you that you've had to hide because people don't like the real you. Yeah. Or, you know, the thing to bear in mind, yeah, when you're light workers, when you're children of light, the darkness does like to have a go at you and things. So what that means is you can end up hiding your light under the bushel. That's where that term actually comes from. Hiding your light under the bushel. Yeah. This is actually saying stop hiding. You're all right. You're protected. I'm protecting you. It's time to be you. It's time to shine your light and let people see who the real you is. Stop judging yourself. What it means by that, we're our world's worst critic. And by the way, that is definitely for someone, because I've just had the ringing in my ears. Uriel's here. I know that's Uriel because, yeah. So I've just had that frequency in my ear. So somebody, this is resonating. Stop judging yourself. You're being your world's worst critic. There is actually, it's in here quite a lot, this theme, forgive yourself. So whatever it is that you've got to forgive yourself for, please do forgive yourself. Now, 2024, this is what you're just coming out of, and we're just coming out of 2024. And I think from what I'm getting is this is in connection with 2024. And the first, right, what I need to explain is I know you only get one card for each section, and this is the past that you're just coming out of. So I'm saying that this is 2024. But for some reason, you went and got a few. And I got told when I was putting it out, keep them. It's explaining things. So don't settle for less. No more settling for what you don't deserve. Don't settle for less than you deserve. So opportunities, those opportunities awaiting you, and you know, that are beyond what you can imagine. You're about to manifest things, but believe in yourself. Start believing in it being possible. Your dreams and what you want for yourself is possible. And that's what it's actually saying. Don't be settling the second best either. It's really important. And you may benefit from advice from others, but don't let anyone dictate what your choices are. And this comes back to, because I think you've had too much of that in the past, that people have been dictating to you, you must do this. For you to be accepted, you must do this. Because this is saying, be the real you. And so that is telling me that you've been in the thing that's crossing you is that you've been existing maybe in other people's conditions. You know, things have been based on condition. Now, the other things that sat around it is introspection. Maybe you've been coming out of a period of introspection. You're aware that you were settling for second best, and that your dreams, if they haven't manifested, 2025 is going to manifest them for you. And this is basically saying, be honest with yourself. So all your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and let source take it from there. So you're going to have to forgive you. This again is about forgiveness. It's about introspection. How you really feeling? What you're really thinking? What do you really want? Also, it's, you know, when it comes on this path of forgiveness of yourself and loving yourself, some of the things that you're beating yourself up for, have you really been telling yourself the truth from that sort of whatever situation it was to give you that belief about yourself, that lack of worth, that lack of love? Was it really that way? Or was it other people making you feel it was that way? So I know that on my path, and like I said, I've already done this. And I've been doing this since May 2022. And I've come out of this, and that's why I'm in a position now to start going, you know what? I'm going to start using my spiritual gifts. I'm going to start helping others. I've done my healing journey. But one of the things that I know, and this is why I'm going to be able to advise you about this, is that in my forgiveness of myself, and my forgiveness of others, I had to really look at things from the past. Some of it I'd even forgotten and buried it that deep. And actually go, was I viewing it with the right eyes? Because was there anything to actually feel guilty about? You know, was it my fault, etc. Because quite often it's other people putting their perspective on things. And ask the angels to help with this healing. That you may have already been doing this because this is coming out of the past. But if it isn't, if you haven't already done this, this is the time to be asking the angels for the healing, which is what you're doing because you're here, aren't you, for this reading. And it's Archangel Michael saying, "Hey, 2025. So a time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength." So what Archangel Michael is basically saying to you here is he will give you the strength. Invoke him. He will give you the strength. And you need to invoke Raphael now. And now Raphael and I have a history. He often does make me laugh. He's absolutely adorable. He really is. He's made me wear this crystal, this green crystal, for these readings. Absolutely insisted on it. And he works on the green emerald ray, and he's very much about healing. It's very much connected to the heart chakra, which is here because the heart chakra is green. And I don't want to jump ahead in your reading, but I'm going to. Basically, this card showed yesterday, and I think this card did as well, to be fair. I think that card did, but this did, and this is all about opening up your heart. And the only way you can open up your heart is to forgive the past, forgive people from the past, forgive yourself. Because these hurts that carry you, what Archangel Michael will do, he will cut the cords of these connections to this negative energy that you're carrying. But when you're carrying these hurts, you're carrying it forward. The negativity that was done to you, the negative situation, you're bringing it, you're battered and bruised and you're bringing it forward. And those people who've been horrible to you, because I'm going to write a book one day about some of the bizarre, horrible things people have done to me in the past. But by not forgiving them, what I was doing was I was carrying the energy of that awful person with me in the future and letting it impact on my current events. Impacting my health, it was that bad. So what I did on YouTube, there's guided meditations available. Find one that suits you, but I found one. I'd lie there, listen to the guided meditation for Michael, asking him to cut the cords, asking him to cut away any of the past. So Archangel Michael can help you by giving you the strength and do the cord cutting of those energies. But then I would do meditation to Archangel Raphael, asking him to heal, not just heal my body, but help me and heal the hurts and help me open my heart. Because I, like you, was hiding my light under the bushels terribly. I didn't even dare tell people apart from maybe a couple of friends that I was this psychic, that I was a medium, that I've been speaking to spirits since the age of 10, at least doing cards since the age of 13. Because people thought, you know what people like, don't you? Woo-woo. They'll have you in the psychiatric ward before you know it. So especially people in my background that I've had to let go. So very much, they're there to heal out. They're basically saying, calling us. Raphael's saying, invoke us to help heal you. Invoke us to help you out. And further, to back it up, like, is this not all tying together? Archangel Michael is also saying, and this is about whatever's happened in the past, because remember, this is about your past, and this is advice about how you're coming out of your past. And this is they're basically saying all that rubbish, yeah? Archangel Michael is with you now. So we already know that card's already chucked itself at me earlier on in this reading. It's brought itself back out, and it's further backing up what he's actually said here. So basically, he said, even though you can't see it, I am actively working on the situation. I am here helping you. And that's nearly brought tears to my eyes. I really, really feel that. Because it's brought tears to my eyes, that means he really means it. And whatever it is whoever this is that I'm talking to. Oh, wow. I want to cry. Oh, well. Wow. Because that's not about me. So, the next card, as you know, is moving into the near future. So what we're moving into, you need to place a little bit of focus around it. As well, we have got a focus card, but this is your near future. And it's prioritize your self-care. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. Can you see that? Look at that. So this one came up again, like I said, it's very, even though it's a different reading from what I did yesterday, the same cards are coming out. So for whoever this is for, your message was prioritizing your self-care, looking after yourself. I want to tell you something, and I don't think you've been told this enough in the past. I really don't. And again, I'm going to start crying. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful soul. You know, I want to see the real you. Because the angels are telling me, you're lovely. And they're saying, stop putting other people before your own needs. Stop. You feel sometimes that you're like a radar for people to come and dump their problems on you. Yeah. And because you've got such kind and you're so kind-hearted, which means that you, like I've said, you're a person, you're a being of light. Yeah. And because you are that kind-hearted, you've put others before you. And that comes up in this reading quite a lot. But like I've mentioned to you, and this goes back to what I said about what I've been doing since 2022, and that I'm at the point now that I can start helping others. And I've gone, to hell with hiding my gifts, to hell with hiding my light. I'm going to go out in the world and start working for the angels like the angels have wanted me to for a long time. What you've got to remember is when you've got to give to others, when you're that drained, you can't pour anything out of an empty vessel. There is no water left in an empty vessel if you've been drained of all of it. If it's been continually poured out and you've not replenished it with your own self-care, your own self-love. And this is something that I've learned since 2022. Find things you love to do, things for you. And it may be something that you don't even know that you want to do yet. So, for example, I started growing veg and gardening last summer. Well, it actually started in February last year. never knew what to garden. I hated gardening. I never even had any dreams of wanting to grow veg. Never. And I've loved it. And it's been absolutely brilliant for finding my zen and getting my health better, because my health had been impacted by not being the real me, by all the hurts that had been done to you. And the reason why I'm telling you that story is it's the same for you. You need to start taking care for you. Do the things you love to do. You may already know what they are. My problem is I'd worked that much and I had to put my work and others in work and my son first before myself that much. I had no hobbies. I didn't even know what I liked to do, apart from spirituality. I didn't even know. So I have to learn. You may already know. It might be that spa day. It might be going to development circles, which I've started doing. It might be, and it might be gardening, like I've said. It might be going out for a walk, walking, do things that look after you, and be strict about it. So, in that calendar, you schedule those things in for you, and they don't have to be with other people. Forget your family and friends. Sometimes that alone time, that zenning, as I call it, that being with me, is really important. And I've got strict about that. And don't be, it's hard to do when you're actually quite a giving person. But I've got quite strict about people encroaching on my work-life balance, because it tends to be work that encroaches on my own personal time. And when work has tried this year to encroach on that personal time, my answer has been, I no longer work those hours. That is me time. I am not willing to do that. It's been hard to do. And it's been a jade that's been hidden under the bushel. So that's my advice coming into the near future, and actually to help you move towards your outcomes. So what you need to focus on, and will help you here, is realise this one came up as well, by the way, yesterday. Isn't that this? So your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear about your loved ones. Stop being worried about them for you, because Archangel Michael is saying they're looking after them. And their guardian angels are looking after them. And your guardian angels are looking after them too, because they're important to you. Well, you've got to realise, and I do it myself, because you are this caring person, so caring, Archangel Michael's having to remind you, please put yourself first. Do a little bit of mindfulness about yourself. Put yourself first. Stop putting people before you. Just give it to the angels. Trust in us. We will help. So what happens, you see, is if you send it out to the angels and you send it out to the guardian angels, your guardian angels will go off to your loved one's guardian angels, and they will team up together to work out how to help your loved one. Now I get it. It's when your loved one's having a problem. My son's facing at the moment is not happy in work. It's like, get the t-shirt, so he's having problems there, etc. It's very hard for you to not worry, for you not to get involved. Maybe get a loved one's ill, like when my dad was ill. It's very hard. But what you've got to realise is that your loved ones have got their own soul contracts. Your loved ones have got their own journeys. And your loved ones have got their own lessons. Now you can help your loved ones and support them whilst they learn those lessons. but you've got to let them learn them. That's what they came to do, and you've got to realise that. And what you've also got to remember, though, by being a loving, guiding person and invoking the angels and etc., you might be able to cushion your loved one a little bit more from it. But what you've got to remember is, I happen to know that some of the hardest lessons I have had in my life has brought me to where I am today, and I've never been happy or more content. So sometimes your loved one has to go through that. It's a learning process. So they begin to realise and learn what their purpose is, what their life purpose is, what makes them happy, what makes their soul resonate. And sometimes it's not all nicey, is it? Yeah. It's a tough old place to be, this planet Earth. And then we've got you jumped ahead then. Then we've got your strengths, what you need, what you'll be, what you need to, well, what you're able to do, but it's telling you need to do as well. But it's what you're going to be strong with, how you will strengthen yourself. This is open your heart. Now, this appeared yesterday again. Now, this is accepting the fact that no one's perfect. Stop judging yourself and others, and let love heal the situation. So this goes back to this lecture that I gave you. Lecture, do you like that? But what I referred to a little bit earlier, where about the forgiveness and the forgiveness journey, and he advised you how to go about how I've done the forgiveness journey. Do remember, what works for me might not work for you. You've got to find what resonates with you. It's all about free will. I can only advise. But for anyone, and you're going to get good at this because it's actually telling you that the Archangel Michael is actually helping you do this. You're about to be the real you. You've got the potential to be the real you. And the strength that you have, you've got a beautiful heart. And we're going to prioritize your self-care. And that beautiful heart is going to get healed by Raphael and that emerald light of, it's just started snowing here. The emerald light of that heart chakra is going to open. It's closed because of all the rubbish that has been chucked at you by the darkness, the negative, just the same as light, source, angels, and spirit can operate through people. It's just the same as the darkness can also operate through people. So because of that, in the past, you closed your heart chakra. Maybe you've already begun to open it in 2024, but it is going to open because we want that beam of green light to be shining out through your heart chakra. Maybe doing some heart chakra work and meditation around that, cleansing of that will actually help. But stop judging yourself. And it's reinforcing what I've already said. Stop judging yourself. Start loving yourself. No one's perfect. But also forgive others. And forgive your loved ones. And sometimes you have to let go. Sometimes, one of the things that what I've done is I've actually stepped away from some family members, not negatively. It is literally just prioritizing self-care and just stepping back. It's been done with the soul, just taking a step back, not judging them, not in any way I mean, they're my loved ones. They're my family. I actually realise that the angels love them as much as they love me. They're on their own life journey. They're on their own path. And that necessarily doesn't cross with mine. It's to actually understand that. And so sometimes it's just let go. It's just, you have to just step back. And whatever has happened to you in the past, and do remember, I got myself a little bit teary about you. It might just be one of you, but somebody got me emotional. Somebody will have had some tears around the time I was getting teary, because that wasn't me. You've got this. And this is just telling you, in 2025, it's almost over. This it should be your approach in 2025. Knowing Archangel Michael's confirming it. Your current challenges, the things that have challenged you and the things that are currently challenging you, are soon to be resolved. And you will be able to look to the future with a smile. Now, just because I don't get messages, as I'm telling you that, I've just been talking to you about the heart chakra. As I was talking to you, I felt my heart chakra do a little bit of a spasm, to be fair. So it was giving me the pain that has been felt by these challenges that you've had, and the hurt that has been felt by those challenges. But it's almost over. It's almost dealt with. And because it's the heart chakra, it's also telling me that Raphael is definitely going to be helping her. So for your environment, the things around you, the things that you need to know, if you can see that, embrace your life purpose. I am guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. How simple is that? Do you remember when I was speaking to you a little bit earlier, and I was talking to you about what floats your boat? What is your passion? What is your purpose? What makes you happy? Yeah, because people get this wrong. They get all materialistic in this world. The ones that are in the, still living in the matrix, I suppose the word is. Your real purpose in life, yeah, you've got your soul contract, you've got lessons to learn, but your purpose in life is to be happy. Do remember that. So following your life purpose and doing the things that resonate with your soul makes you happy. And this includes these hobbies. Don't think hobbies and self-interest and special moments, even, and sometimes you're catching up with that day friends, yeah? They are just as much part and parcel of making you happy. Now, you will know when you're following your life purpose, and you will know that you're en route to it. Because just the same way you've all been there, because I've been there. How many of you have made this decision, gone down the path, and felt like doors were slamming left, right, and centre in your face? And for want of trying and want of planning, it just wasn't working out. It's because you weren't going down the path that was right for you. When you're going down your path, when you're going down the one that's right for you, when you're going down the life purpose path, when you, as Abraham Hicks, because we know I love Abraham Hicks, going down, flowing with the river, flowing with the current, not fighting the current. You will get your clues, you will get your synchronicities, your 222, your 333, your 111s, your angel numbers, your feathers falling, because I get that a lot. The angel numbers a lot. Me and my friend want to, and are going to get a retreat, a spiritual retreat sorted. And St. Francis has jumped on the bandwagon, believe it or not, in my journey, and in my friend's journey as well. She keeps getting a load of synchronicities around St. Francis. There's a story behind it. And he's showing up in amazing ways. But you will know. When you're following your purpose, and you know you're following your purpose, these signs will show up. They will all piece together. I guess it's, so I'm doing this, and I just went and set my new company up, set a website up, and I set up SEO on the search engine, for Google. It wasn't set up on Google, the website. So I got round to doing that. And then just after I set it up, I did a Google on my business to see, does it appear? So I put business, name it. And my business is called, this is just explaining how synchronicities work, but you couldn't make it up. So the business is called Wings of Divine Mindfulness. So I put that in, search engine, and it comes up. But underneath it comes up a song, which is Indians, Native American Indians, Wings of Mindfulness. And you probably think, you'll be thinking, how's that synchronicity? Because the night before, in my meditation, one of the things that I get is music. Now, I don't get Native American things. I've never got that in my spiritual angels, yeah. Spirits, yeah. But I don't get Native Americans. And one of the things that I get when I'm meditating is I can hear the music. I can hear the light music. I can hear the music from heaven. The veil is so thin that I can genuinely hear. It's wonderful because I know that because I can hear that music, I'm vibrating at a high level. And whenever I'm vibrating, if I can't hear the music, I know I need to get myself up a little bit. Yeah, I've come a little bit, need to do a little bit of work to bring myself back up into that vibrational energy. But the night before, I've got Native American music, chanting and drums. I'm thinking, well, I've never heard that before. Why am I getting that? When I've gone and Googled for the first time my website for Wings of Divine Mindfulness, what do I get? Native American music, which sounds exactly like the music I went and got the night before, called Wings of Mindfulness. But at the very same time, I got 223 in the time. Went and looked that up, and that was all about following your life purpose, new business, being a spiritual guide, a spiritual teacher. Things are going to work out. And also, the 3-3, one of the things that is actually said for YouTube to work, something that I was following was the power of 33 with the videos to get more of a reach, etc. So, can you see all the pieces? And that was me going, well, clearly this is meant to be. The angels couldn't be clearer. In fact, I sent all the information to my friend who is as like with the fairies as I am. And she was just, oh, wow, sort of thing. So, but that's me just explaining when you are following your life purpose, when you are on the right path, you will begin to see all these messages. Don't ignore them. They are telling you you are on the right path. So moving on to your hopes and your fears. You are really hoping that 2025 that you will manifest what you need. If you can see that. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. Get manifesting. Best time to manifest, new moons. Look up the new moons. Get your journal out. Start doing your manifestation lists. Send it out there. Do your meditation before. Invoke the angels. Seriously, do you know what I did last year? It was actually my birthday. It was a very, very powerful time, actually. My birthday's the 24th of March. That was the weekend. We had the spring equinox. We had my birthday. We had the full moon eclipse. All of that was happening around the same time. And I did my angel Reiki outside, healing space, opened it, blessed it. There's a process to do, and put a little angel out there. That woo-woo, but that's part of angel Reiki. And it was a new moon coming up it was the equinox, and coming up to what was going to be the eclipse, because I think the eclipse was the 8th of April, something, I can't remember, but something around that. I was a smoker, and I couldn't, for the life of me, even understand how I was going to ever give up. I used every single mindfulness trick on this one, though. I did chuck the book at it. Hypnosis, not going to somebody, but listening to hypnosis tapes, meditation, but manifestation, many, many things. And I literally put about manifestation on my birthday. I put on my list, I want to be a non-smoker. On the 25th of March, I gave up smoking, and I hadn't planned to. So manifestations get manifesting. Seriously, 50 odd years, I'm 50 odd now. But I started young, so decades I'd been smoking, and I was a chain smoker, and I had no idea how I was going to do it. I didn't use any patches. The only thing they used was a vape, but vape didn't nowhere near replace nicotine. I'm off the vape now. I didn't know how I was going to do that. Seriously, pulled every single mindfulness trick on myself. But I also did that journal, that manifestation list as well. And also, don't give up on love. Look at those dolphins, aren't they beautiful? I love dolphins. We all love dolphins, don't we? A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness again. This has run a theme through the whole reading about forgiveness, hasn't it? So that love can thrive again. Your guardian angels over this person that you need to, this relationship that's got hit rockiness, your guardian angels, their guardian angels, working together to get this resolved and sort this out. But this is also about yourself. Don't give up on loving yourself. Don't give up on self-love at all. And this whole year, what this whole reading has been about, has been moving towards what your focus needs to be and what the outcome of this, and the whole year is about getting your power back. Taking back your power, your own personal power. You have forgotten who you are. Let the real you be seen. You are a child of the divine. So take back your power. So anyone that has been putting on you because you are an exceptionally open-hearted person, and you do put your loved ones first and others, may have been being a little bit conditional with that giving that you've been doing. They've been taking. It's time to take your power back. Set your boundaries. This might be it might be about your own health, where you're taking your power back around that. I had to do that. Like I said, only kind of mentioned about me having a health issue, but with all my trauma, past trauma, that's the only way to put it, had manifested itself in actually physical mobility issues, and I had to focus on it. I had to sort it out. I had to go to Raphael and sort it out and a half. So taking your power back, maybe you're waiting, maybe you've been waiting for ages, you've got a health issue, and you're waiting for ages for the doctors to do something about it. Start stamping your feet. Take your power back. Because there is room for, it's not all about, holistic healing, We do need medical professionals, but sometimes you've got to stand your ground. Don't I know it? They weren't very good with me. They don't have a lot to say when it came down to my health. You're just kind of like, you just puss up and shut up the fact that you can barely walk upstairs. It might be with loved ones. People have put conditions on you. It might be work. Like I said, I've had to this year with work when they've tried to encroach on my own personal time. I had to say no. No, sorry, not doing that anymore. Taking my power back. Because people love to put on you sometimes, especially those narcissistic ones. And if things have got really difficult, this can be actually really hard to take charge of your own life. You might need to take a dramatic stand, but this is about you taking your power back, you prioritizing yourself, your needs, what you need for the future, so you can follow your life purpose. This is what 2025 is all about for you. You can invoke Archangel Michael to help you take that power back. And actually, there was another card that came out for you. So basically, this one, pray from your heart. So Archangel Michael is saying to help you get your power back, pray from your heart, call on him, but really mean it. Call from him from your heart. Don't do. I was brought up Roman Catholic, and my parents used to call some of the people of the congregation, Holy Marys and Jesuses. Meaning when they ever that was never a polite term. What they actually meant was that they were people that they were going through the process, they were attending church, they were holier than thou, going through the process, but it wasn't coming from within. It was all rote, it was all superficial, it was all hypocritical. So, for example, what I mean is I'm a single mother, and my child was baptized, and I went to the mass before the baptism with my son. And they do, in mass, they'll do a section, Peace With You, where you shake the hand of your neighbour. Basically, what you're saying to your neighbour is, peace with you, neighbour, peace with you. And if you're spiritual, if you mean it, I love you, I love my neighbour as much as I love myself, etc. This woman, this is just before my son christening, because of my marital status, etc., being typical, would not shake my hand. So that's an example of it not praying from the heart. Well, that's just an example of what you'll know what I'm referring to. This is about really meaning it. Pray from the heart. It's not that the angels will ignore the prayers that people are making, etc. It's not that. But when it comes from the heart, when you're invoking them, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to get on your knees, it's just, Archangel Michael, help me now. Like when I was doing my cards, before I did my cards, I did some meditation. I did some of the Reiki signs. I went and channeled through opened myself to channeling through the angels. I opened my third eye chakra, and I could just, when I was saying that, I could actually just feel my crown chakra tingling again. I then shuffled the cards, asking Archangel Michael to give me a reading for the people that are going to be watching this, so that it resonates, because the reading is for you and not for me. And that was my prayer to help me do this reading. So before we I'm going to just sum this reading up with these. Let me find, I haven't got the box for these because these are wrapped in cloth, etc. But my friend bought me these my friend, who's as back-in mad as I am, who I'm actually setting up a retreat with. She's my childhood friend who I started doing tarot card readings at the age of 13. And we parted ways. Like, happens. We didn't fall out. Life gets in the way. You get busy, part ways, etc. And one of the things that I threw to the angels when I was doing my healing from 2022, I just didn't have someone in my life who I could talk to about my spiritual experiences, who would understand, who I could honestly talk to, a like-minded person. And I was just praying from the heart for someone. And I was reaching out and reaching out there, and it just wasn't coming. And then birds started to be seagulls. Actually, she was on my Facebook, this friend of mine, and she did a video of seagulls. She was feeding seagulls on a windowsill near her house. And I just loved it because we can see that birds are a feature in some way within my life, because my business is Wings of Divine Mindfulness, etc. And I made a comment about the video, and then she commented back. And before I know it, I'm visiting her basically around the spring equinox. And she bought me these. And these are the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. And they're done. He's actually really good. I've got a couple of packs by Kyle Gray. I've also got of his, as he is actually quite good. Can you tell, like my angels? Archangels Oracle, and that's by him as well. I've got that. But we've had feedback from Michael. So let's get some. Let's just do an overview of this reading. Your key message, Michael. 2 minutes, fill out them. But there's a reason why. There was a reason why. Right. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry. Do you see what I mean about them throwing things at you? Nikki Allen had to go, what's the matter? So there was a reason why there was a big pile I would have picked from all them. They would have just gone back in. But then I saw this one, and I knew that's why it chucked itself, it parted itself on that. And as I'm collecting them, I then went and found this one. And because of the image on it, I might be able to tell I'm from Manchester with the accent. Because of the image on it, I knew that I was meant to be telling you about this one, especially because we're doing a 2025 reading. So we've got the Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in challenging times. So he's basically saying these challenges that you've faced, you need to trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your life purpose. Trust you. Yeah. Trust that you've got an open heart and you've got a direct channel to Archangel Michael. Okay. In these challenging times that you've had, trust you. You are right. Don't be. If anybody's trying to play any mind games with you, start pulling your heartstrings or doing a little bit of conditionality. Remember, we're talking about taking your power back. And that sometimes people playing mind games on you. I'm stepping back. I'm taking my power back. But there was another one that came out. Let me show you the image and you'll understand why I went right. That one, definitely. It's the bee. Now, anybody who knows Manchester or anything about Manchester knows about the Manchester bee. It's a big symbol in Manchester. And actually, since the Manchester Arena bombing, this symbol has been has become a real symbol of Manchester, the Manchester bee. And he's basically saying, summer, bask, enjoy. It's going to be, you've got some challenges, but it's almost over. It's because you're going to be taking your power back. And by summer, you'll begin to bask, enjoy life. So that's me for today. If you want a personal reading, you can go to the link below. My website's there and you can book. I do online or I do telephone readings. I'm sure a lot of you don't live in Manchester. It's hard to get to me. But as you can see, the angels, this reading, I've already done a lot of this work on myself. So this ain't for me. I wasn't getting tears for me. I don't feel at all teary nowadays. So that was resonating somewhat. You can go to the link below, wingsofdivinemindfulness.co.uk, or you can come to my meditation, my group meditations I do once a week online. That's me. Please subscribe. That becomes really important to get me pumped up the algorithm with YouTube. Those subscriptions count. But love and peace for 2025. Get that power back. Take that power back. Take care of yourself. You might want to sign up for my 15 steps to mindfulness free guide that I've got on the website, because you need to start prioritizing self-care. Well, love and light, and thank you for your time. See you next time.